questions?
My $1 million question here is, since you've been talking about millions of dollars, is how are you proposing that your client's going to use this information? I mean, there's a lot of data here, but just to take a teaching moment, what's most important is, you have all these different structures of industries. You have all the, as far as the major, which are most prominent among the training development, HR data analytics, and so forth. You showed some major companies, but at the end of the day, with all this information about JAPL and Oracle, how are you recommending your client use this information? What's the advantage?
So I would say personally, depends what route you want to go. Like Margarita said, we have slides, on companies that are, more diverse. So you can either go with companies that the highest funded, highest revenue. We can go a route with, like Margarita said, the demographics, or we can go with companies like these that we believe stood out. It's a lot of info, but it depends what route he would want to go, Alex. I don't know which route. He's had us create, different slides for different stuff, but I think the KPI visuals would give us a better idea of what he would want to do.
All right, so let's back up for a second. I just want to go back to the beginning of what we always talk about, project objectives. What was his objective at the beginning of this project of what he wanted to achieve? And can you match that with what you're giving him to achieve that goal?
So firstly, he literally just wanted us to look through the websites that he provided to find these 500 companies. And at first it was just, generating the file, making sure this is exactly what he wanted, the information he wanted. And then afterward, like Andrew and I would look at these companies and say, okay, like, are they, how are they operating? Are they working from home? Are they in the United States? The demographics, like what type of demographics? So each, as weeks progressed, it was basically being narrowed down to specific things that he wanted to see even further. So yeah, the revenue was like high funded companies, high revenue companies. And then it was narrowed down to, okay, now let's focus on demographics. Let's focus whether they are working from home or not, whether they are in the United States.
Yeah, I would like to jump in. I would say at first, like Margarita said, it was just getting accustomed to doing the research, but then it was actually taking the research and, applying it. So for example, we had a person in our group, he's not in Queens, but he was in a group and he would create these KPI visuals, and Alex said, I want to see some graphs, related to industry. And it got to a point where he's like, okay, guys, when you go on these websites, I want to know if it's, a Black owned, a Latino owned. And also, I think for me personally, as he would want, I think we could, if we wanted to narrow companies down for him, I think he would want that. Yeah, I think that was what he would want.
Okay, how will, but the bottom line, how will he use this information? How is he going to use
it? These are future sources for sure, I think, especially the KPI visuals and these, I think mainly the demographic ones also he would use also. Thank you so much for that.